Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today I have Nik Hall, the founder and CEO of Revive. I'm so excited. We just had the full interview and you rocked it. What is your 5 minute system?
This is it for me. I have an employee that was struggling. So here's a quick story on it. Employee was struggling, really was struggling for about 9 months. Couldn't figure out what was going on with them. It was probably my fifth employee hired with this specific company that I have right now. And I could not figure out how to get this person to the standard that I wanted. I then go and I'm talking to my wife about, hey, this is the problem. And she's like, well, do you need to get rid of them? What do you need to do? Whatever. Well, then I go talk to one of my leaders in the company and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Well, he was actually very good friends with this person. Long story short, couldn't figure it out, told me to do some things. And then he's like, well, I think the reality is, and he's starting to have the hard conversation with me. He's like, you have not set the standard the right way. Very open, very transparent, no hard feelings. Just this is the reality, man. And I love talking in reality. That should never offend anyone. If we were all perfect, then this is the best that we're getting. That's probably not ideal. And so what I did was I started to train him at that point. This is 6 to 9 months into him working with me. I'm thinking he's the issue the entire time when the reality is my training, my setup, my everything was the actual issue of it. I didn't set a standard hard enough early enough. And so he always struggled. When I say I want fast communication, your answer is different than my answer, which is different than everyone else's answer. And so, like we talked about in the podcast, 1 to 4 hours, that's not fast. 1 to 4 minutes is fast. Really, 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 2 minutes, that's fast. That's quick. 1 to 4 hours, we're going to have a conversation if it's 4 hours, you know? But so the point is like we all have different expectations of whatever it may be. I created a new rule after this situation because I felt like I was having this issue with multiple employees at a certain point in the business. And what I found was I did not set the real expectations early enough. What I was doing was I was saying, I want you to be responsive. I want you to do this. I want you to do this. And I said all these like values, principles, all this stuff, right? But the reality was I never went deeper. And so if someone was to say, hey, you need to be kind in this company, and they talk about being kind once a week or once a month or every day, but that's all they say. You need to be kind. You need to be kind. Well, what does that mean? What does it mean? Like my top value is God first. What does that mean? What does it mean for God first? Because there's so many things in the Bible that you would talk about, right? And so long story short with this is we've got to explain this out. So for me, God first, what does that mean? That means we take the Sabbath. So I don't expect responses on Sundays. It means that we are kind to other people, that we treat people as we would want to be treated. We love others. We care about others. We don't just do this for money. We do this for genuinely helping. And sometimes that means that we'll lose money because of that. And the other thing that we did with employees was we just set everything out right away. And I preface the conversations now. All of my new employees, I preface the conversation, hey, just so you know, these first 2 weeks, I'm going to give you a ridiculous amount of feedback, more feedback than you've ever seen before. My goal here is to train you up much faster and get you really in line with how we work as a company, rather than dragging this out over 9 months and you being worried about losing your job for 9 months. We're going to get you figured out. We're going to get this all set. We hired you off of the values and what we believe you have the potential to do. Let's just work together to make sure that all this fits within. And that has actually been like one of the best things for myself. And me looking back, I was thinking the employee was the issue when the reality was my training, my leadership, my setting him up for success was the issue.
Yeah, because when you say, hey, I expect responsiveness, like you said, some people are like, oh, yeah, within a day, 24 hours,
Yeah.
that's responsive. You're like, wait, no, like I'm
Uh,
talking about like within 8 minutes.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's funny. I love that. Thank you. That was a great way to kind of describe it and then share how you really set the standard in your company and how important it is to set those standards.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thank you so much.